Welcome back to Season 2 of Sailing Sitka. We are Jay and Kenna, two young Canadians who stepped outside the box of comfort and decided to act on their ambitions of sailing around the world. We first set sail from Victoria, BC, Canada, and have been adventuring around Mexico ever since. In this season, we'll be sailing on, further south and closer towards our dreams of exploring everywhere the sea touches. So sit back, subscribe, and enjoy the ride. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Sailing Sitka. The last few weeks, we have been here on the hook in Zihuatanejo. First, attending a race on a catamaran for Sailfest, and also just enjoying and adventuring into the beautiful and action-packed town of Ziwa. Now, it's time to get on the move and sail further south. You guys know a sailor's plans are always written in the sand at low tide. Well, that being said, our plans to sail to Acapulco has changed, and we are going to send it south to Huatuco with our good pals on Atlas. We hope you enjoy this episode of our adventures, and if you do, please take a second to subscribe and follow along. We are very close to hitting 5K and would love to achieve that before starting Season 3, which is coming up on the horizon very soon. You guys are also very wonderful, and we couldn't be doing it without you, especially our lovely Patreons. Now, without further ado, on to this week's creation. Hope you enjoy! Well, after 2 weeks here in Ziwa, we are finally lifting the hook and going. So that's really exciting. We have had the itch to get going again for a couple days now. So we're really happy to be sailing once again. And actually, you guys, this is our second last sail of Season 2. I know, moment of silence. So we are sailing to Huatuco. It's gonna be about a 350 nautical mile passage, 3 nights at sea, 4 days. We should be getting in Sunday morning or so, and today is Thursday. And thank you so very much to everybody watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate every viewer, every supporter, every Patreon. You guys you make this happen, and we couldn't do it without you. So thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Sailing Sitka, and I hope you enjoy our passage.
Hi guys, well, first little update of this long passage to Huatuco. So we left at 8 a.m. this morning with our buddies on Atlas. They're just behind us right now, but they were a bit more purist than us. I think at one point they only had their sails up. We've been motor sailing the whole time. It's pretty dead. We're waiting for the wind to fill up from the predicted direction and at the predicted speed. It has yet to happen. It is now noon on the dot, so not really much to report. We just had some tacos. Water's really beautiful blue, and yeah, that's pretty much the update for now. Sea state's pretty much nil. I mean, there's like, you know, normal ocean swell, but like pretty calm out here. So if we can get a little bit of wind, like 10 to 15 from beam or behind, that'd be muy bueno.
And just like that, only minutes after Jay put in his wind request, a light breeze perked up and found Sitka, enough so that we could unfurl the genoa and lower the engine's RPM. It wasn't the strength we would ideally like to get Sitka projecting forward at her preferred speed, but it's better than nothing. Ever since we left Banderas Bay back in January, the wind predictions have been extremely incorrect, or just non-existent, which makes it all the more harder on us to plan passages. But at the end of the day, we are ultimately at the mercy of Poseidon and Mother Nature, no matter how much we try to plan.
In real time, I just talked to you guys 2 minutes ago, and then the wind kind of veered enough now that, I mean, we're still motor sailing, but we lowered the RPM quite a bit. But yeah, as you can tell by the Genoa, it's kind of pointing too high because look at it left right now. So we'll go a bit more down. Since we've sailed south of Banderas Bay and La Cruz, the wind's been very fluky. Like, yeah, you get wind usually only like mid-afternoon to like dinner time, and then it's kind of shit after that. So hopefully our luck changes soon, but it's been the case for a lot of motoring, a lot of motor sailing, which is not my favorite, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do.
Finally, a light enough breeze that we could shut the engine off, which is just the best feeling in the bloody world. It's light, but it just does the trick. We're doing good. Doing 3.5, 4, but a lot more peaceful, that's for sure.
Light wind sailing. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You're gonna call Atlas?
Sailing vessel Atlas, sailing vessel Atlas. This is sailing vessel Sitka on 6-9, over. Might not be on.
Boo.
I'll leave the radio out here.
Well, this is nice though.
Yeah, except at this rate it would take 5 days, but yeah. Like we're going 3 knots, 3.1.
Oi. Oh my god, but like, listen to that.
The wind should fill.
It should fill in for sure. Hopefully.
I mean, who knows? That's right. But yeah, it's just the sound of silence, which is nice.
Definitely is the slowest, oddest point of transportation that you could pick to travel the world. That's for sure.
And I like this. Look at how blue it is.
I like this because it's just so like quiet.
Oh, there's fish action right there.
Where? Oh yeah.
Right in front.
Can't probably see it on the GoPro.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll go after a lure though, because like the thing is like the fish that these lures attract is like mahi and tuna. Yeah. And those are like, oh, I like see a bunch of fish jumping. But yeah, they're like aggressive fish that go fast. So like if we're only going 3 knots, like they're not gonna go for like this lump of wood that's barely floating. Oh, by the way, we passed an entire tree earlier. Oh yeah. Like a half submerged, half out of the water, full on tree, and it went like way too close to the boat. Like we were within 10 feet of us. Like you don't expect those out here. In BC, they're everywhere. I haven't seen a tree since we left, like probably like, yeah, since we've been out in the ocean really. But yeah.
Yeah, it was random. Yeah. Look at this water. God, don't you just want to jump in?
Yeah, I mean these are the conditions where like if you're like it wouldn't be that dangerous to have somebody in the water with the tow line, but still.
I think I'd pee my pants if I did that. see a big old shark come and get me.
Big old sharky shark. But yeah, hopefully, I mean, the wind is starting to veer from the direction it's supposed to come from ever so slightly and slowly come up in speed. So, but it comes back to what I was saying earlier. Like right now it's 12:30, so like just after lunch. So, and it seems to be like that. Like it's been consistent throughout the last month and a half, every sail we've done, where even though you look on predict wind and windy, it says that it's constant 10 to 15 knots. Then you get out here, and because you're so close to shore, it's really coming from shore in the morning. So you're upwind, which is fine, and then it dies towards like 9 a.m. 10, and then like you're still a bit upwind but not enough to just sail, and then it veers slowly to the direction that it was predicted to be 24/7, which is downwind for us here, and then it dies again like after sunset. So it's like
it's frustrating.
Not ideal sailing. And just right now we're in a state where we need to get to the next spot by a certain time, and then after that, as soon as there's a good weather window, we gotta go, because where we're going right now is right before the Tehuantepec, the Gulf of Tehuantepec, and then we're going to Chiapas, which is just after and on the border of Guatemala. And between those two next ports is like an area that's notorious for like strong winds that, you know, like disable vessels, where like it's not uncommon there to have like 40 to 50 knot winds for 3 days straight, because that's where all the wind from the Caribbean side funnels through the mainland in that narrowest gap and then goes on the west coast. And that's usually where hurricanes form too. Hurricanes form on the east coast, they gain force over land, and then they start veering northwest, and then they head towards Hawaii, usually the big island. This is our biggest sail of the season, apart from our big crossing.
Well, I told them that this is our second last sail of the season.
Yeah, it is our second last sail, but I mean, this is our second biggest of the season.
Yeah.
Or the biggest, actually.
Let's check how slow we're going, because I feel like we're not moving.
Probably going like 3.
3 on the dot. How would you know? Got it in your veins? That feeling?
Yeah, if we could pick up 2 knots, that'd be great. We calculate our passages at 5 knots, but that worked great in the Sea of Cortez because we were usually that or more all the time. But here we should probably calculate them at 4.5, to be honest.
Yeah, true.
Because like it's just a lot of this.
A lot of nothing. Bird. That's a booby.
Hola, bala, baby. We'll put the hydrorain on, I think, right now. Atlas, this is sailing Sitka on 6-9, over.
Sitka, Atlas on channel 6-9, go ahead.
How's it going? You're catching us up.
Well, yeah, it looks like you guys are properly sailing. We've been motor sailing the last little bit, just charging up the batteries all the way up to 100, but we're going to consider getting out the light wind sails. What kind of speed are you guys doing?
Between 3 and 4.5, it depends.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm just looking at pulling the spinnaker. I just climbed into the V-berth now to pull it out, so it will be a while still, but maybe with the wind angle. Thank goodness it switched around, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God. Hopefully it switches more and like gets us 5 or 10 more knots of wind, because we don't have any light wind sails.
Yeah, no, I'd much rather have the white sails up and just have more wind, but I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool, well, you guys keeping yourself busy. It's not a very exciting day. No fish yet.
Yeah, same here, no fish.
Okay, well, we'll keep you updated if we catch anything, and you'll see us pop our colors in a little bit.
Oh yeah, we'll take a good picture for you guys. All right, standing by on 6-9.
Sounds good. Same. We'll talk to you later.
Joshy boy.
Joshy boy. That makes sense why they're going so fast. I was like,
holy crap, look at them go. You can probably barely see on here. Yeah, they're right there. It's more stable than at the anchorage.
Yeah, this is like flatter than any anchorage we've had since I don't even know when.
Sea Cortez?
Well, we've had no Barra.
Barra, true.
Barra was like flat like a dock.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Kenna didn't get really much seasick this season except after leaving Barra, because like I guess her body literally forgot what. Like Barra, the only sea state you got was going in a dinghy, and it was like
Because Barra, you're in like a lagoon, and we stayed there for what, 2 weeks?
Yeah. That's one of our So far the places we've stayed longest this year is La Cruz, where we spent like 3 weeks.
Yeah, with Max and Karen.
That was the longest we've stayed anywhere this season. And then Barra 2 weeks, and here in Ziwa we spent like 2 weeks on the dot, I think.
2 on the dot?
Oh, almost 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then the next port, like we're thinking like maybe 2 or 3 days we'll be there. Like the next port's really dependent on weather. So like we might be there one day and have to go, or we might be there 3-4 days and have to wait. So it's gonna really depend on the weather. And then once we get to Chiapas, then the goal is gonna be, there's no anchoring in Chiapas. It's just literally a tiny marina. So we'll be going to the marina and then doing all the prep we can on the boat in the water to like put the boat away for the off season. Because there they don't let you stay on your boat when you haul out. So and there's not really any, there's Airbnbs, but they're far away, so like then you have to take a cab, so like that's becomes kind of costly for us. So we're gonna try to do 99.9% of everything while we're in the marina, and like put all the sails away, all that stuff, tarp up the boat, do like carb clean on the generator, on the outboard, like prep everything basically, kind of like what we did last season. We'll do a little bit more this year, and tarp the boat really well, and then we'll haul out. For those of you who've been following for a long time, like the original plan was to haul out in El Salvador, but like we've said before, but if you guys are just joining right now, the reason why is because our rudder is leaking quite a bit basically through the rudder shaft seal. And what's happening is where the seal is, there's basically two plates that combine and push down the it's like a piece of waxed rope, and one of the 2 bolts has sheared off, so we can't compress that seal anymore, so it's leaking. It actually is leaking less than at the beginning of the season right now, which it kind of makes sense because the boat had been dried out for like 4 or 5 months in the desert, but still it's leaking way too much for us to leave the boat in the water while we're not there. And in El Salvador, there's no haul out facilities, so we would have had to leave the boat on a mooring. So we didn't really feel comfortable with that, leaving the boat on a mooring when the boat's actively leaking, because if a bilge pump fails or like your solar panels fail while you're gone, and then the batteries ain't charging, and there's a bunch of things that could happen, and then you flood your boat. So it's not ideal. So we're gonna and it's too bad because like El Salvador is like a quarter of the price of like per month than being over there, but it is what it is. So we're gonna leave the boat there, and Sitka's gonna be a good girl for us while we're gone. Apart from that, we don't really have a lot of work to do, to be honest. So that's the good thing. So we'll probably just do a quick scrub and put like 2 new coats of bottom paint because we're gonna be out of the water. And so like, and that's why too, like I don't bother putting expensive bottom paint on here, and it's worked. Like we've been around boats that have fancy bottom paint and our bottom's cleaner. So I think like the cheat code is like just doing it more often, honestly, and just like keeping on top of it. But we've only had to clean the hull. I've only done 3 cleaning this whole season. Yeah. Like actual cleaning, and like one of them was yesterday, and it took an hour. That was it. So and like that's on breath hold, and I'm not like a good free diver, so it's not like somebody that's good at it would take half the time as me. So yeah, it's been good. I've been very satisfied with that paint. So we'll probably put a picture here somewhere if you guys want to see it. Like we're not sponsored by them or anything. It's just literally the cheapest paint you can buy. So and it worked great. It's an ablative one, and if you're going to be hauling out, especially like after a year or 2, like just doing 1 season and hauling out, like there's no point, in my opinion anyways, to put like the fancy crazy expensive paints. They get scratched up and stuff, and especially if you pay people to clean your hull, like sometimes they're not as careful as you would be with your own boat, and then they end up gouging it and stuff, so you end up having to do it anyways. What is, I think, maybe going to be worth it is putting prop speed on the prop. Yeah. Because like that's the one area that gets gnarly. Like ours is just pure bronze. Like I don't know if you guys haven't seen, we had to change our prop in the water last year because our old prop got completely messed up. But yeah, I think that would be something that would be good, is having prop speed, because that's where we get all our growth really, is on the prop. And oh, that's a good sign. So when you hear that, the wind's piping up. Oh yeah, there we go, daddy. There we go. What speed are we going? Probably going like 4.5, 5 now.
Oh, wow.
Say 5.
5-3.
There we go, Daddy. Ease the sheet. Ease it.
Well, that's a crispy white sail compared to the other ones.
Yeah. Ease the sheet. No, not that one. The one that's tied there on the cleat. All right, we got the mizzen up. We're winning even with a spinnaker.
We're gonna get some shots.
We're gonna try to get some shots because we can't fly the drone. All right, so we got hydrovane steering. We got the full mizzen, full main, full Genoa, and we're going between 5 and 6 right now. So pretty good on a beam reach. It's pretty nice. Can't complain. Sea state is great. We got Atlas over there on our starboard beam. I don't know if you can see them. And we have like a nice kind of mega yachtish style sailboat right there heading north, probably from Acapulco. But yeah, that looks like a 100-foot boat at least. Super pretty. Probably can't see it well on here, but on the binos it's a really pretty boat. They're running their main and their mizzen. They're obviously motor sailing up, but yeah, super cool to see other sailboats out here. It's nice. All right, we got some dolphins. Yee-hoo-hoo. So we got 3 friends now. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a shit ton too. Fish on!
Oh. Oh, it's a... I think it's a skip. Son of a gun!
Is that a skip?
Yes.
Oh, it is a fucking skip.
Oh, you little skipjack. Oh. You're lucky, buddy, what you are. Because you're going back home. You ain't a tasty boy.
So.
Aw, bye.
See how fast he went in?
Yeah, I was like, see ya.
See ya.
Imagine getting like grabbed out of nowhere and like lifted out of into new
and then
world.
getting a kiss from a beautiful salty sailor.
Oh.
Damn.
Really?
All right. Oh, damn, I'm red. All right. Well, it is dinner number 1 on this passage. And luckily, Kenna, aka Chicken Nugget over there, made a beautiful dish of pork noodles yesterday. So I will grab that. So here's the pork noodles. And all I gotta do is reheat it in a pan. So pretty easy meal, which is what we like offshore. To be fair, right now it's pretty calm, so it wouldn't have been the end of the world to cook, but you never know.
It is my second watch of the day. We do 4 hours on, 4 hours off. That works best for our system. And there's dolphins as we speak. They've been following us for like hours now, which is really cool. But anyway, we are just cruising along. We're going 4.5 knots right now on a broad reach, and our course is 120, so we're good. It's been a pretty chill day. Jay's making some dinner that I prepared yesterday. Love doing meal preps because then it's super easy at sea, where you can just plop it onto a pan and have it ready to go. But yeah, day 1, success. Super duper chill. Just loads of dolphins and light wind sailing. Holy fuck!
Did you get that on video?
I did get that on video. My heart is in my freaking throat. I didn't think they jumped that high.
That guy, I think, works for the Cirque du Soleil and was wanting to give you guys a show.
I literally just turned the camera on. I
thought it
was
was a whale from the splash from inside.
what are you guys freaking doing?
I know, but we can throw you guys a couple lines and tow us.
I'm sorry, that was like 10 feet in the air.
Yeah.
They knew I was filming. They did, I swear. That was freaking sweet. Holy crap. I got on film 3 times.
I splashed and a gasped and a splash and a gasp. Like, splash! Oh my god! Splash! Oh my god! Splash! Oh my god!
It's probably not good.
It was hilarious.
Gotta clarify that it's not a MOB. Wow, I cannot believe I got that. That was magical as heck. Wow. Moments at sea like that, oh, they make it worth it, let me tell you. The wind has shifted, so we have changed our sail configuration to wing on wing, as per usual, Sitka's favorite. Hopefully this will hold true all night, and it'll be a nice, easy night watch. A couple of night watches would be great, and I could actually fill in more. That would be preferable.
Yeah,
for sure.
We're doing 4.1 right now. Dead on course though, so that's good. But yeah, I've taken over 5-6 knots of wind. 3, 9, 4. This is like when having a spinnaker would be great.
Yeah.
Like an ASIM or even a Jeniker. It would have been great all day actually, but especially right now. One day, my little Sitka. We put the mizzen away too. I don't know if Kenna told you, but
No.
when we're going dead downwind, put that away. We haven't used the mizzen a lot, but today was like the perfect day to use it.
Was that the first time for this season?
No, when we left from
Yeah.
Balandra to Escondido, we only had the mizzen and a tiny bit of jib, and I was hand steering some crazy ass waves.
Yeah, true. If you guys haven't seen that, go check it out.
Yeah. It was a rough passage. Luckily, it was a small one, but a very rough one. It was our roughest go the entire season by far.
That whole area.
Yeah. The crossing from Los Muertos to La Cruz was also sporty, but
It was also sporty.
but it wasn't as bad as that. Oh, there's a sailboat over there. Oh, is that?
That's Atlas.
Oh, that's Atlas. Oh, we're catching up. We're We're coming for you, Josh and Cece. Yeah, they have a really sweet boat. That boat's got a good setup, that little bowsprit. It's super sweet. I took a picture of Josh and Cece's little furler because that thing worked like a charm. But one thing we can't complain about is the sea state and the amount of life we saw today. It was crazy.
True.
I was wearing my hat all day, but I'm like so red right now. Like, it's insane.
The sun finds you.
Yeah, like literally, like I can't get away from this freaking rock in the sky. They call me lobster. Lobster bisque.
They do.
Lobster biscuit. Let me taste the biscuit.
Taste the biscuit.
Taste the biscuit.
Holy.
I'm trying to not, like, we got like a half hour left.
Yeah.
And then we just started watching Game of Thrones. I know we're late. We're literally late to the game, like Kenna would have said.
Yeah.
But we're on episode 3 or 4, I think, of first season 1.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put a little, like, it's so calm out. We'll just have Kenna's laptop and the hard drive. And yeah, thanks Josh and Cece for lending us your hard drive so we could transfer a bunch of movies. And then we woke up to their hard drive on the boat this morning.
Yeah.
So we can transfer more movies. But yeah, we're gonna be on Game of Thrones. Probably watch like 2 episodes and then.
Well, movie night.
Yeah, so 1 episode on Kenna's watch and 1 episode on my watch, and then Kenna's probably gonna go to bed and I'll stay up till midnight. Till midnight, and then Kenna's gonna be on the mids.
Yeah. Sadly.
Mids watch, midnight to 4, and I'll be back on from 4 to 8. That's right. Good morning, Vietnam. Let us know in the comments if you know what movie that's from.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Sailing Sitka. Next week, we continue this series that consists of our extended footage with barely any edits. We hope you enjoy the rawness of our passage videos, and if you do, then we will see you next week for some more sailing. Until then, thank you for watching this week's episode of Sailing Sitka. Stick around for more to come. If you enjoyed, please spread the love and let us know. Special thank you to our Patreon members for making these videos possible, as well as helping our dreams come true. See you all next week.